What's up, guys? I know a lot of you are interested to see how the SkyZone Cobras work. So today I'm going to do a review on these, and we're just going to take a quick look at what's in the box. It says Cobra, high resolution screen, steady view receiver, which is very good because it does have a removable receiver on here, and it is it's diversity here. But the great thing about this pair of goggles is that it is a pair of box goggles, but it's one of the first goggles I've seen around that you can actually use your own module on. Most of them have a dedicated module that's built into the goggles, so SkyZone's sort of bringing something new for you in the beginning of 2021, so that's really cool. We also have a separate battery bay, which a lot of these new box style goggles do have. So we also have QR code on this side, which you can scan and go to the website over here as well. You can get more information, and we have some specs on the back here. And it looks like there's two versions. There's Cobra X and there's Cobra S here. This one has a little better resolution. It has H.264 compression instead of MPEG over here. They both have steady view. This one has 1280 by 720. This one has 800 by 480. So in my opinion, I'd go for the X version. It does power by the same 18650. You can power it from USB-C as well if you have a battery bank. That's kind of cool. And you can also power it from a LiPo from 2 to 6S, which is a pretty big voltage range. Pretty sweet there. And it does say DC 12 volt and USB 5 volt at 1.5 amp. Language, 10 different languages, and this one has Chinese and English on it. But again, the X just has more features, and looks like they both weigh the same exact weight at 332 grams. So inside the box, guys, we've got our user manual. Cool. We'll go through that maybe. We've got some Velcro here for the faceplate. Over the head style strap here. And this goes all the way around. Nice logo on the back there. Looks like sort of a faux leather. Might be real leather. Looks pretty nice. And then wrapped up inside here is the goggles. Looks like the battery's going to be on the bottom. And the great thing about this pair of goggles is that it is a pretty decent price. Also, this one does have built-in DVR with, H.264, which I think is great. And if you look on the side right here, you'll see that mine says SkyZone Cobra X. So they sent me the X version, which is fantastic. And you can see my steady view module up here. And it says push this way. Let's just see if we can push that away. And it should come up here. I'm afraid to push it too far because it has these two posts here sticking up. Okay, all good. I didn't break anything. I'm just going to go ahead and pull that steady view out. And looks like you could put just about any module in there if you wanted to use any type of other module out there in the universe. You could do that. It's pretty cool. So mounts right on top, and we'll put this back on. Snaps back into place, and down at the very bottom as well. We've got a few different buttons here on this side. It looks like a power button. This probably takes us into the menu. It says M on there, and over here on this side it has a little movie icon. You can't really see it, but that's where you're going to start recording. And two jog wheels, just like on the new Sky 04X. And up front here, this doesn't look like it's removable, but this comes off, and this is where we'll put our 18650 inside there, as well as a USB-C port for powering if you want to, DC in as well. If you want to put up 3S, say 3000 milliamp in your pocket or something like that and power it like that, you can also do that. And HT out, AV in, out, and micro SD card support, which I'm going to go ahead and put in right now. I'm going to use a 16 gigabyte. It's going to be a very low class card here. And some HDMI in. And it has a very interesting looking screen on the front here. It has this all the way across and almost looks like binocular style. Sort of a hybrid style goggle. Kind of cool. Now I'm going to go ahead and put on the foam plate. And let's show you guys, after we show you the rest of the stuff in the box, let's show you some DVR footage because I'm going to test it today with this bad boy. That is the Diatone Roma F3, and it seems to have a lot of extra foam in here. We got the SkyZone customer service card here, which is cool, and a lot of other stuff Comes with a lot of gear in here. This little tiny box. That's awesome. It comes with this external LiPo power cord, and it's long enough so that you can get it down, the battery down into your pocket and not have it sitting on your head, which is really great. One of the other goggles that I reviewed recently, I believe it was the VR004. The cable's just a little bit short on those. And we also get 2 dipoles, which we're going to put links down below for upgrading both of these. That'll be the first thing you do with this pair of goggles. We also get a USB-C cable in here. That's kind of cool. Maybe firmware updates as well. And we get another RCA style cable here, coaxial, looks like for our video AV in out, so you can watch a movie on here or something if you want to, if you're traveling. But let's go ahead now, let's put this all together and let's go outside and do some flying with the Roma F3. Let me show you what the DVR looks like, and we'll see how well the stock dipoles perform. Okay guys, this is the DVR, and the DVR looks pretty good. It records nice H.264 video in this 4:3 format. This is what it's going to look like when you upload it to YouTube. And we're also big test today on 400 milliwatt coming from this Diatone Roma L3. So we shouldn't have a whole lot of breakup running 400, but it's a little overcast. And on top of the Cobra X goggles today, we've got the stock antennas. Those are the stick dipoles that come with it. And what you have to know if you're brand new to FPV, we're expecting a lot of breakup or even some black stripes come across the screen as we get further and further away from the goggles. The dipole antennas traditionally don't work that great. A lot of the guys that are in our hobby, if they get a pair of goggles, they usually, first thing you do is you get rid of those stick antennas and you buy yourself some nice quality antennas. So that's just the investment for any pair of goggles out there. Very rarely do any of these goggles come with decent antennas. It's kind of a shame that they don't, but it is kind of the way of the hobby. But you can see more breakup, a lot of breakup out here. Once I get a couple of football fields away, maybe even 3 football fields in this distance. But really, honestly, with my other SkyZone goggles like the O3Os and the O4X, the newer ones in the $400 to $500 range with great antennas, I wouldn't be seeing any of this breakup right here. So, but I think for the distance that I'm getting out there right now, it's not doing terrible. You know, these are flyable. You could start out with these, and you can wait 4 or 5 days if you decide to order some new antennas, or wait a couple weeks and just kind of push through it. The cool thing is that this pair of goggles also has a great DVR. So SkyZone's very well known for having great DVR on their goggles. My O3Os are always the DVR that you see on this channel for even, 5 or 6 years now. So let me go ahead now. You can see the breakup here with a lot of distance between the quad. Let me go ahead and break it down for you with the Echo 8 dB patch from Foxeer and a right-hand circular polarized Lollipop antenna on the right. So we're out there in that same second field over now, and you can see the difference between both of these. And we're way out there on the right-hand side, and we're about the same distance away right now, and you can see there's a clear difference between the two. So upgrading your antennas is going to be really beneficial to you. And hopefully this demonstration really shows you what this is all about as a new guy. Just a much cleaner experience, and it's not so annoying. And right here on the right hand of the screen, you can see I'm coming over this metal building right here. There should be a lot of static near something so large and metal. Anytime you get near any large parking decks or things like that, going in between things. Right here, I'm coming on the other side of these evergreens on my right, and there should be some more breakup even with something in between me and the antennas. But the 8 dB patch does me great. I use it for miles out, and it really does perform really, really well. And they make some new patch antennas that are even stronger than this one as well. So, but close in, if you're flying, if you're brand new, I usually don't fly my quad out further than I want to walk out and pick it up, or take a hike out to get it. So keep that in mind. Most guys kind of keep it within walking distance range. You don't really want to have to come out the next day and pick up your quad if you fail safe. So it also depends on what receiver you're using. Today I have Crossfire RX on here, so I can go miles out with this configuration. The 8 dB patch just showing you here full screen what you can expect, and it's clearly better than the stick antennas that come with it, but that's what most guys expect. And if you're going to buy antennas to upgrade this set of goggles, take that in consideration for the price. The price right now, you can get a pair of these goggles, the X version, for around $224. So another say $30 for upgraded antennas. It's going to put you up into the the $250 range. If you decide to get the Cobra S around $169. So and at that point you're up close to $200. So if you want to spend close to $300 on the X's with upgraded antennas, at that point you probably get some binocular style antennas. But it also depends on if you want to wear glasses or you're just going to use diopters. Let's see if I can make it under the van. But a lot of things to consider, but this is just an easy, quick way to get started for a little bit less money with decent quality. All right, my guys, welcome back from the flight test. So one thing that I did do for you guys is I took this quad out there and I flew it without the Insta360 on there first, and with the stock antennas that comes along in the box. And I felt like it did okay as far as 203 football fields away. There was some static across the screen that you guys saw, and then I also did the comparison with just some older Foxeer patch antenna. This is an Echo patch antenna with 8 dB gain on it. It's super great. I use this one for long range, and it'll get you out there for miles and miles. And this sort of trusty AX2 that I have from Lumineer for several years now. So this one's had a lot of use, and this one's even starting to fray here. So this one's about on its last leg, but it did perform dramatically better with this pair of antennas versus the stock. So, I mean, most of us guys in the FPV community, we know that these are only probably going to use for one day or a few days until you get your actual antennas in the mail. So anytime you start out with these are always super temporary. So these will get you started if you're a new guy, but you really want to just go ahead and upgrade these to something decent. Now, as far as the goggles and ease of use themselves, I have to say that there was a little bit of light leak at the very bottom for me, but I really like this magnification system. However they have this going on here, you can actually see, and nothing looks blurry, and I didn't have to adjust anything. There is no way to move this in and out that I see, unless this comes out, but it doesn't look like it does. So this doesn't move anywhere. I also like the fact that there's only a single button on this side versus two on this side. So if you're trying to fiddle around and find the record button, it's really easy to get to just by pressing it once and press it again, and then that will start recording your video. Now, your power button's over here on this side. Once you turn it on, you see the SkyZone logo here load up and immediately take us into our video. So this is our video screen right here. I'm just going to kind of try to zoom in to the screen there. And the next thing that I really liked about this pair of goggles is how nice they look inside the screen. Like, the resolution looks great. The screen looks great. I mean, I don't know if this is going to do it justice on YouTube, but the screen really looks great. And this is an analog camera. We're looking at analog video here, so it's not actually HD, but I think it looks pretty damn good, and everything is in focus here when I'm looking in there. You can also wear a pair of glasses with these. They will have to be smaller style glasses, not the big tall ones, but they do have a slot here for your glasses to fit into. So if you have a smaller wireframe style pair of glasses, you can absolutely wear a pair of glasses with these. So glasses or no glasses, I think the Cobra X's are the ones to get if you're brand new in 2021. I feel like the resolution's there, the DVR is here, it's a good price. You've got a removable module bay here, The only thing that you're going to have to do really is just replace these two antennas, put a patch on there, and a right-hand circular polarized antenna. I'll put some links down below for those, and that will absolutely get you guys started in 2021. These are going to be my beginner goggles of choice. As far as the making of this video, this is coming up near New Year's at the end of 2020, and what a crazy ass year it's been. And I appreciate all you guys on the channel watching and checking out all my testing of all these new products. It's super fun to play with all this new stuff and put it to the test. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and a quick and thorough look and test of the new SkyZone Cobra X series for beginner FPV race guys. These are super great, and they feel good on your head too, so they don't feel too big like some of the goggles of the past that feel like way out here, just way too big. So these are big enough for adults and small enough for kids. So yeah, I think they're fantastic. But you can check out the link below for these. Pick up a pair of these Cobra X's for yourself or anybody getting into FPV. But thanks again for watching my channel, guys. I'm Justin Davis. Another fun test today, and wrapping it up. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care.